Welcome to HR and Recruiter TV, latest Back to Work Bulletin, brought to you by the Technology in Recruitment Alliance and sponsored by Smart Recruit Online, CV Library and AppsCo. Making the Recruitment Back to Work news headlines this month. According to the Office of National Statistics, the number of young people, 16 to 24-year-olds, on zero-hour contracts has more than doubled since the start of the recession. There has been a mixed view on zero-hour contracts, with some believing that this is exploitation of young people. Some of the big brands that currently use zero-hour contracts include McDonalds, Boots, Sports Direct and KFC. The Prince's Trust has found that more than 1 in 4 unemployed young people would rather set up their own business than search for a job. The survey found 43% of those aged 16 to 30 had made money on entrepreneurial activity, with more than half expecting to do so in the future. The chief executive of the Prince's Trust, Martina Milburn, has said, 5 years on from the start of the recession, youth unemployment remains high, and many are seeking self-employment as a way to break the cycle of joblessness. The BBC is set to launch its new BBC Technology Apprenticeships. This year, they aim to take on 20 people onto the scheme. The end result of the apprenticeship will be a bachelor's degree in broadcast engineering. The BBC believes this will attract a more diverse range of exciting young talent into the sector. Vodafone UK is set to recruit 400 graduates over the next 5 years into their new graduate scheme. The scheme will last for 2 years and will consist of a 2-month placement in a Vodafone retail store, followed by 2 lots of 5-month rotations across the business. The final year of the scheme will be a year-long placement. Vodafone CEO Guy Lawrence has said, "Our graduates bring fresh thinking and energy into our business. I always spend time with them as their ideas are interesting and we can learn as much from them as they do from us." By the end of this year, Britain's 4 biggest banks will have axed 189,000 jobs worldwide across the 5 years since the economic downturn, bringing employment to a 9-year low. This news comes after 3 of the 4 banks have reported sharp improvements in profits. According to an article published by AppsCo this week, a much higher proportion of city staff would prefer to move internationally rather than relocate within the UK. The research, commissioned by Asby Marsden, found that 86% of city staff would move internationally, while only 58% would be prepared to move domestically, and that 1 in 2 city staff surveyed had relocated overseas once in their career already. The UK's capital has been successful in attracting high flyers from across the world in recent years. Many have already relocated to be here, but with no long-term ties to the UK, they will be equally happy to take their talents elsewhere. Experts say that there is a risk that politicians seriously underestimate the willingness of city staff to relocate, as a high percentage of the most highly sought-after individuals were not born in the UK and have shallow roots in the UK. Well, that's all for the Back to Work Bulletin this month. Don't forget you can watch our news headlines bulletin too. I'm Kirsty Nichols, speaking for Recruiter TV, brought to you by the Technology in Recruitment Alliance and sponsored by Smart Recruit Online, CV Library and AppsCo. If you've enjoyed watching our bulletin, why not leave your own comments and hit the subscribe button so that you never miss any of our broadcasts.